Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have a beer from Revolution Brewing Company out of Chicago, North Carolina. I think I've done a review for uh, Death Star or one of the Death Star variants. I'm not sure. Or maybe regular straight jacket. I honestly don't remember, but if I haven't, this will be the first review I've done for these guys. But this is part of the same series as those beers that I was mentioning. This is part of their barrel aged series. Obviously, they're generally in cans. This was on tap somewhere, and it was half off growlers. So that's why I got my buddy to grab me a growler of it. It was only $20 for this 32-ounce growler of it. But this is their 10-year beer, which is, there's no label or anything. It's a blank growler. It's a barrel aged barley wine with cherries, which I think is kind of a strange route to go. I don't know if it's the same base as straight jacket or not. If it's just straight jacket with cherries, they didn't say that, but excuse me. But it is 13.6 ABV. I did have some more of this earlier today. That's why you'll see when I pour it, it's not completely full, but it is still carbonated, and I wanted to give it a legitimate review because it's a one-off beer because it's their 10-year anniversary, and I guess B falls into that same thing. I just don't think I'm going to have a chance to ever drink this again, so I wanted to do a proper review for it. So here we go. So when I opened it originally, it had a little bit more head than that, but honestly not much. It's pretty it's fairly undercarbonated to begin with. You can see it pours a really nice deep ruby red color. So I'm assuming the barley wine itself was definitely lighter than this, and it the cherries that are in it gave it a reddish tint with a small white head. So the aroma is pretty much what I was expecting. There is a lot of caramel and dark fruits, a lot of oaky vanilla bourbon character, but you do get the cherries as well. I kind of, when I tried it the first time, I kind of liken it to, or when I smelled it the first time, I kind of liken it to a cross between Cherry Adam from the Wood from Hair of the Dog, and Bramble, Bourbon County Bramble from Goose Island. Because it has a ton of that barrel, but it definitely also has a very present fruit character as well. So when I heard about this, it had very, very mixed. It had a very good rating on Untappd. Not that I think Untappd means anything, but it is what it is. But from the people that I know have had this, it was a very polarizing beer. Some said the cherry was way over the top and it kind of ruined it for them. Others said that it was cool that they did something different and unique for their anniversary, and they loved it. I'm definitely more on that side than it's weird and I don't like it. It for sure does have a substantial cherry flavor, but it also has a ton of traditional barley wine, deep caramel, dark fruit malts, and a lot of oak, vanilla, bourbony character as well. Uh, so I don't care about. I generally don't care about ABV. Um, I shouldn't say I don't care about it, but if something is lower ABV, like I'm not gonna knock it because of that. Because I just want to drink something that tastes good. If something high, like if something's super boozy and it shouldn't be, maybe I'll knock it a little bit. Um, or something is the reverse of that, like it is really smooth for the ABV. I'll bump it up a little bit. This definitely falls into that realm. I would never ever guess that this is 13.6. It does have a good bit of bourbon flavor, but it has like hardly any burn. And I don't know if that's something from the cherries that's cutting into that. But really, this makes me think of I don't know if any of you remember Fruitwood from Founders, which is supposed to be like a bourbon barrel aged imperial version of their Cerise. No, I wouldn't say this is. I wasn't expecting that to be exactly like this because that has like so much cherry in it. You really don't get any beer characteristics out of it. It's just pretty much like a tart cherry juice type thing. This is not like that. You definitely get a legitimate character from the barley wine. Like I said, a lot of toffee and dark fruits. But there is still substantial cherry here. And this makes me think like this is kind of what I wanted that fruit wood to be. Like you really get the fruit character, but also the barrel is very prominent, and it just makes this really unique, like spirit driven fruit drink. That's kind of what I get out of this. This is definitely more beer forward than I was expecting that beer to be, but I wanted that beer at least to be somewhat close to this, and it did not live up to those expectations. This, I would say, this does have more cherry to it than like Cherry Adam from the Wood. Cherry Adam from, well, I don't know that. I used to think that Cherry Adam from the Wood didn't have much cherry, but now I think about it, I did a vert recently, and it had a pretty good amount of cherry. Probably on the same level. It might be a little bit more, but it is similar. If you've had that beer before, you can compare it to that. It is pretty sweet, but what would you expect from a beer that has a bunch of cherry in it, and it's a giant, massive barley wine? I mean, those are generally going to be sweeter, so of course it is. But I don't think I'm going to ramble on anymore. I'm just going to get to my rating. So, on my scale of buy, drink, dump, I am absolutely giving this a buy. Is this my favorite beer that they've done or my favorite barrel aged beer? No. But I like the fact that they tried something different and it worked. You know, would I ever expect a cherry barley wine to be as good as a regular barley wine? No. But if you're able to take it and do it, and it's good and it's its own thing and it stands on its own, I think that's cool and that's impressive, and that's really what I feel like I have here. Like I said, it hides the alcohol very well. So if you just want like caramely bourbony cherry juice, this would definitely fit the bill for that. So on my scale of buy, drink, dump, especially at the price I got this, I got it for $20 for a 32-ounce growler. That's I'm assuming paying for the glass too. I would definitely buy this again. So I think that's all I got in this one, though. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to you in the next one. Thanks.